Hey guys, my name is Kevin Taylor with Knockout Racing. We're here racing the 4400 class at King of the Hammers 2021. We traveled from Texarkana, Texas and Texarkana, Arkansas. The rest of my crew is from Dallas and Northeast Arkansas. And we made it here in about 24 hours and we're ready to race. At a young age, I started motocross racing about 10 or 11 years old and was doing real well. I had a YZ 100 racing against the 125 guys. My mom thought it was just a little bit too dangerous and made me quit, but ever since then I've always had it in my blood. And then back in 2015, my wife and I were off-roading in my Jeep. I had one helmet, so I handed her my helmet. And we started going up this horsepower hill in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And we started rolling down backwards and over and over and over. And I ended up banging my head on one of the grab handles and it pretty much knocked me out. I spent 3 days in intensive care at the Hot Springs Hospital. When I woke up the next Tuesday, I didn't remember anything, so I was knocked out. A little while after that, about a week, I said I'm either going to get back in this full force or quit and never do anything again. And so we bought a wide open design chassis. I built it up and we started racing in 2016. So Heath, who I work with in our racing series, is an awesome fabricator. He came up to me and said, "Kevin, I'm building your next chassis." So we started sitting down talking about it, and I've always admired the Porsche 911s. I've never driven one, I've never sat in one, but I love the Porsche 911, and I told him, I said, "Hey, I want a Porsche 911. So we started building this rig, and originally, since I come from a bouncing background, we were building a rock bouncer. About 3/4 of the way through the build, Heath mentioned something about endurance racing. And I said, well, let's do that too. So we started building it again for endurance racing, and in 2020, we went to our first race for with the Renegade Series at Venture Off-Road Park in Tennessee, and we placed second. And I had more seat time in that race than all my years combined of rock bouncing racing, and I was hooked. I have never ever experienced anything like this. This is absolutely breathtaking. Everywhere you look, it's just unbelievable views. And so Heath has been warning me about these things called whoops. I have never seen a whoop. I don't know what a whoop is, but he says that we've got to work on the whoops. So we get here, we get set up and everything, and Heath and I get in the car. Heath Day, my fabricator, is also my co-pilot, and we take it out across the lake bed out here, and it's really bouncy. He goes, "Welcome to whoops." I said, "I'm not sure if I like this or not." So we work on the shocks a little bit. I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable. I'm a little bit more in control, and we're able to start cruising about 50 to 60 through the whoops. And he goes, "Now then, we're going out to the real whoops." I said, "Whoa, wait a minute, no. These are whoops. Let's stick with these for a couple of days." He goes, "No, we got to go out north and to the other lake bed and see what those are like." So we went out there, and we're running along, and they just keep getting bigger and deeper and further apart, and we almost died. It was scary. It really was. That was my first experience in something like that. And then the next day we started practicing a little bit more. But after that, we decided to go up to Chocolate Thunder, and I've never seen trails like this. We have rock in Hot Springs, we in Tennessee and places like that we race, but never have seen anything like this, and I almost died that day too. So this is 2 times that I've almost died since I've been here. Luckily, we haven't had a 3rd time yet. You know, 3 times a charm, but I really like it out here. I wish we were able to get to this kind of terrain a whole lot easier than a 24-hour drive.